Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dead on Dave back once again for your 5 minute focus. And after a few days of the drama that has been the CM Punk fiasco, some people agree, some people don't agree. That's fine. I wanted to talk about something a little more, wrestling related. Let's get out of the crybaby bullshit, shall we? So there's something very interesting happening with all the influx of talent that has been coming up through the ranks. Your Dean Ambroses, your Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and the next group of guys coming, Hideo Itami and Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, all these guys are coming up. Well, there's a guy that everyone was like, well, when is this guy coming? There was one dude who everybody else passed him by, and that's Kevin Steen. When is Kevin Steen gonna get his time? And, well, it's finally happened because he's finally making his debut. And as far as I think the independent wrestlers go, outside, fuck it. I would say that Kevin Steen is probably one of the most anticipated arrivals in the recent, in recent history. People seem to be real excited about him. Everybody loved Kevin Steen. Because he's a different type of wrestler. He's fairly physical, very physical, and he's battled everybody. He has a really good track record. People know his work. He's fought with everybody, and he's finally coming up. He's going to be making his debut at the next NXT pay-per-view. I don't really see his stay at NXT being very long. We'll see what they want to do. What I find interesting is his name is now, Kevin Owens, which is fine. I don't think it's that bad. And I think his thing is going to be fight Kevin fight instead of like kill Kevin kill, whatever he did in the past. I think it's interesting that the way they're building him in the vignettes. They've pumped him pretty heavily in the vignettes. There's a unique thing that they did with him that they have not done with other people. They've focused heavily on his past. They show clips, small clips, but clips nonetheless, of him in battles with Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn from, a decade ago, from when these guys were a lot younger in the independent circuits. And they're really playing the it's my time, I was passed up angle. I find that interesting. It's something they usually don't do. So a lot of people are anxious about Owens' debut, and if these vignettes are any example of what we're going to see, I think we might be in for something kind of special here. It could be very, very cool because this guy, he can go, and he's very physical. He's a good wrestler. And I'm actually really excited to see him in there. I don't know if he's going to be a world beater. I don't know if he's ever going to be a main event guy, which a lot of people want him to be. But I think with Hideo Itami and Finn Balor and all these guys that are down, the Ascension, all these guys that are down there in NXT that are getting ready to come up, you've got to be somewhat excited about these independent guys that are coming through the ranks of WWE. Now, yeah, the detractors are going to be like, oh, they're going to be watered-down versions of themselves, and it's not going to be the same. Well, what the fuck do you want? You act like the WWE is a fucking gym. It's not a high school gymnasium, and that's what people got to remember. The WWE and the Development Center, which is one of the best facilities in the world to learn how to wrestle, by the way, is there to address things that haven't been there in the past. People have gotten hurt in wrestling because of all the different hodgepodge of styles that get thrown together, and there hasn't been a consensus way of working safely. The WWE, for good or bad, is trying to develop that. And now they're taking well-known big guys from the independent ranks that everybody's wanted to see on the big stage, and they're bringing them to the development center where they could teach them how the WWE style is performed. And say what you want. There's a lot of exciting things that happen in WWE, but think about how safe the in-ring product has been, unless you're CM Punk and you get kicked in the ribs and it takes 20 years off your life. Oh, he took 20 years off my life, but yet I'm gonna go fight in the UFC. Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to go to Punk, but that one I've been sitting on now, and Ryback kicked me. He broke my ribs. He took 20 years off my life. I think I'll go fight in the UFC. Idiocy. Anyway, but these guys are coming up through the ranks, and they're learning how to safely apply their craft. And that's cool. I think there's a lot of really cool things that can come of this. What do you guys think? Is Steen going to be the turning point? Is Owens going to be the turning point? Is he going to be what everybody wants him to be? Do you think the WWE is going to give him the leeway he's going to need to be that guy that he's been in the past? I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about that, because I'm interested to see this. This should be very cool. One way or the other, it's either going to be a train wreck or it's going to be a success. Because let's face it, there's a lot of stars that are getting up there. Cena can't go forever, and they need to develop stars. And people have always talked, oh, they don't develop stars. Well, that's what NXT is for. They're doing it, and these guys are coming up. So, what do you guys think? Steen, disappointment or success? What do you think is going to happen? And here's another question for you guys. Put in the comments below. Who do you think is going to be the biggest star of the next group coming up from NXT? And by that I mean Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, The Ascension, even Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte's got an opportunity to revolutionize what we know as the Divas division. She's got the whole package. So who do you think is going to be the biggest star? Is it going to be Steen? I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about that. Here's a little calmer 5-minute focus today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be doing a SmackDown review a little bit later with my tag team partner, Jeff Huffman. A little bit later today than usual, but not much, so don't worry about it. Make sure you check all that stuff out. And for all you Cronin fans out there, Joe Cronin fans, make sure you check out the interview I did with him the other day on Creators Corner. It's down there in the Creators Corner sub-tab down there in my channel. Make sure you check that out. Check out Shot from the Point Productions, everything that's going on over there, Shot from Point Live. I'll be on Shot from Point Live tomorrow, Sunday, 3 p.m. I'll be filling in for legendary comic Jake Link. I'll be joining that crew for the show there. That'll be fun. And, of course, every Monday night on the Joe Cronin Show on Spectrum Gaming 617, we do our Raw reviews. And Wednesday night, Monetize This. So make sure you check all that stuff out. Subscribe, please. Like, share, tweet me at DeadOnDaveV. Check me out on Facebook, Dead on Dave Productions. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys think, okay? I'm out of here. Thanks for joining me once again, and see you tomorrow on your 5-Minute Focus. Peace.